CashColorCannabis, a high level of conversation on live hiphopdaily.tv. I see hers back with that action shit. That's all good. I got my guest in the building, Drummer. What's good with you, buddy?
What's good with you, bro?
Man, look good, man. Good to see you again, man. Like one of like I say, multi-platinum producer, super producer, a man who holds many titles. But for those who don't know or for some reason aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, man.
Man, DrummaBoy, producer out of Memphis, Grammy Award winning.
Yes.
Musician, songwriter, artist.
Facts.
Curator.
Yeah.
Just an inspiration.
All around hustler too, because my man brought some candles that smell good as shit.
Absolutely. Come on, man. Fresh from the House of Fresh, you know what I'm saying? 1122 candles. But for me, it's just about changing lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understood my purpose when I was like 14 or 15. Word. So it's always just been big bruh, you know what I'm saying? Or even little bruh, giving big bruh game or getting game from big bruh, you know what I'm saying? And just passing it to the youth, passing it to those who kind of had a niche for helping themselves. Yeah. And then it would be a cross-branding situation. Yo Gotti, one of the guys I came up with, when you see me shot it, pop your collar, then you holler, that's what's up. One of the biggest anthems I did coming up out of Memphis. Got a call from Pastor Troy. Make them get that money right. Make them get that money right. Pop that pussy. 20 years old, one of the biggest strip club anthems. And that kind of put me on in Atlanta. Block ENT hit me. I did 2 on Block. Boys in the Hood project. Yeah. Jeezy went solo. I did Standing Ovation. My first platinum plaque. Yeah. From there, White Girl, Shawty, Plies, Money to Blow, Drake.
Bro,
I'ma Do Me, Rocco.
The list run, man. My man got. Long story short, my man got a discography, man. But let's talk about what got you into music in the first place. What led you to music at an early age, and what made you want to go to the production route versus, like, say, rapping or anything like that?
What got me in hip hop was my brother.
Okay.
In the same way, man. R.I.P. Big Bro. You know what I mean? It was real. It was real crazy coming up in Memphis with, like, my pop in the orchestra, my mama in the opera.
Really?
Then she in the church choir. So I got the Baptist church, as well as the streets of Memphis, plus the blues, the country, the bluegrass, you know what I mean, yeah. And hip hop and 3 6 Mafia, Ball and G, all that. So it was kind of like just I call it gumbo, because it was so many different genres of music that I was exposed to that I kind of just put all in one pot.
You know, it's almost impossible for you to not to be exposed and all that in Memphis, because everything from Sun Records, like you mentioned, all the way down to where we at with the hip-hop. You got Ball and G, 3 6 Mafia. The music was always present in your life, you know what I'm saying, especially being in Memphis. And speaking of Memphis, Memphis is a trend-setting city. You know, we just ran down the list of things you might hear music-wise that came from the city. But we're still in a way where we don't look at Memphis almost like in Atlanta or anywhere else when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, y'all hit that. When it comes to shit like that. Why do you feel like we still don't look at Memphis as a breeding ground for music like we will look at other areas?
I think we do look at Memphis as a breeding ground, you know what I mean? And we're finally getting enough artists that believe in themselves and that are putting it to their craft and really looking at, you know, the Yo Gottis, looking at the Moneybag Yo's, the Young Dolphs, you know what I mean? You seeing Dolph create a paper route. You looking at Gotti create CMG, you know what I mean, and saying, hey, it's possible for me to do the same. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got more artists that's doing it now, and now finally Memphis is getting that credit. You know what I mean? You look at the artists that we've bred in the past year. You look at the samples that we've gotten credit for.
Cool.
You know what I mean? In the past 2 years.
Look, I don't watch whole new artists bring back 3 6 Mafia simply by bringing back old songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. Serious. Like, I remember listening, what was it, NBA Finals last year? That Ray Shrummer joint came on, that Power Glide. It took watching the NBA Finals before I realized that was 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even G-Eazy, you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's so many records. Like, and it's just a respect. Like, it's like people paying attention. Like, okay, they going and doing their homework. And a lot to do with Juicy J's success. You know what I mean?
True,
and so many people constantly hearing, y'all ain't never heard of Juicy J. Like, he's from 3 6 Mafia.
And it's crazy. Juicy crossed over. You know what I mean? It's like he not crossed over like went to pop lane, but he crossed over where it went from not just Memphis. He's giving records to Katy Perry's. He's giving records to these kind of cats, and it's still the same vibe. It's still the same shit you would have got from a 3 6 Mafia. Right. Man, look, I'm so glad Juicy brought that to the world, man.
Absolutely. So now you got a whole new breed, man. Chopper, NLE Chopper, Deuce. You know what I'm saying? Like going crazy. It's just a whole new ATM Rich, Rich Baby. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy. The Cash Boys, Glitter Gloss, female rapper. Like it's just so much talent coming. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited to see the motivation. You know what I mean? Like when you go to the city now, you see the city lit. Like it's just full of motivation. Everybody looking good. Everybody feeling good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you got a little hate here and there, but for the most part, the city on the up and up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Solid. Like and you've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? The football college team going, Penny Hardaway, the Tigers going crazy.
Factual.
You feel me?
They done brought a hometown boy back, right?
Yeah. So
right.
it's just like this. It's just good to see the youth finally connect the way they connected. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. So you know, you have produced a slew of records. Like somebody even on your live said, yo, your resume is serious. Do you feel like there's a standard sound for a Drumma Boy record, and if so, what would that standard sound be?
It's definitely ain't no standard sound for Drumma Boy. I'm a gumbo pot. You don't know what mama put in it. You know what I mean? So you'll never be able to guess the ingredients. You might be able to name 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, but you know what I mean? You talking about a complexity of maybe 1,000 ingredients. You know what I mean? So it's impossible to be able to pinpoint what's what. I just do what feel good. You know what I mean? And I transfer what's inside of here to the ear.
Possible. I mean, dope. So let's talk about some records, man. You have recorded some hits over the years, and I kind of want to get into a couple of them and see where you was at when you was making this record and just kind of how that came together. First one, No Hands. How did No Hands come about initially? You know what I mean? Like when that beat was coming through, like what was in your mind when you was coming up with that track, and how did everybody come together for it?
The whole situation came together. Every time Gucci would get out, like Gucci had got out. This was the day he got out. Every time Gucci got out, he locked down the studio.
Okay.
So in this particular instance, he locked down Patchwork, the A room, the B room, the C room, the whole studio. Gucci in the A room. And when you work with Gucci, you gotta have beats ready, especially when the cat getting out. He already got rhymes written. Yeah. He don't want to waste no time cooking no beats from scratch or none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. WAP is a worker.
So I had a beat folder for Gucci already ready. First song we did, Anything I Do, Abnormal, Normal, Anything I Do. And once I got him in the booth, I knew I had about 30 minutes. I already had my equipment set up in the B room. Waka Flocka, Lloyd Banks, Roscoe Dash, Wale, some of everybody in the B room, packed. I walk in, I can barely touch my keyboard, so I just start cooking up a beat. Put in a clap, put in a kick, put in a hi-hat right quick, and then I start messing with the horns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's probably like 200-300 people. Anybody been to Patchwork, the B room, it probably maybe fit 75, 50 is uncomfortable. Man, it's about 100 people in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's super tight, and I'm just making the beat. But as I'm making the beat, the volume of the chitter chatter gets quieter and quieter.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
They hearing what's coming.
You know, everybody just slick rocking, right? So I'm looking at the people who paying attention. Like as a producer, as a therapist, out of these 100 people in the room, I'm paying attention to the artist that's paying attention.
Yeah.
So I see Roscoe Dash way in the corner, like. I'm like, man, he got some. Everybody kind of looking like, man, why he got Wale, he got Roscoe, he got like what, you know what I'm saying? Walker, man, we on this street, man. We need this street drawing. Like, man, bro, hold tight. You know what I'm saying? Roscoe went in the booth, man. As soon as he opened his mouth, everybody, girl, all the ladies in the room was just like, hey, girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way your booty go.
Hey.
And it's like the dude, all the guys in the room just gotta go with it. It's like as much as I'm looking at faces like, man, they like, man, we want some street, man, we want this, we want some trap, and I'm looking at just the faces like Walker, like going crazy. Like when he get his eyes big, you already know Walker faces like, okay. And soon as Walker went in the booth, all that in them jeans, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Wale coming up with his verse, and it was just an experience that people got to see us cook up a song and a vibe, and then complete that song within about 30 minutes.
30 minutes, that's crazy. Oh, you know what? So answer an urban legend for us. Is that a Roscoe Dash song or is that a Waka Flocka song?
What? No Hands?
No Hands.
No Hands is a Waka Flocka song, and that was the one thing that I agree. Like, see, that's the difference of the business side that a lot of producers need to like put or shine a light on, because it's how you handle yourself or handle the situation. Waka didn't want the record, like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, bro, I made this situation on y'all dollar. You see what I'm saying? This was paid for by Brick Squad. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So on the behalf of Brick Squad, this is your record. He didn't want the record. I was like, what you want me to do with it? Can I leak it? So shit, he was like, yeah, man, leak that motherfucker. And that's what I did. I gave it to DJ Infamous, DJ Holiday. You know what I mean? Took it to the guys that I was fucking with at the time, and within a week, the record was the hottest record. Within a week and a half, Atlantic Records, Interscope Records.
Yeah, that record took off.
All of the labels are calling me. Roscoe Dash offered 5 times what Waka was willing to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Wale offered 3 times what Wale was willing to pay. But I'm loyal to
Brick Squad.
Yeah. Whose session it is.
Yeah, it was
this is the dollar that is on. Yeah. This is what we're gonna be loyal to, and things like that have just extended the longest relationships. Bro, and then we do the Steve Aoki remix.
That's the best story, right?
And go all around the world.
Yeah, man, that record was serious. You know what I'm saying? That record was a really, really, really big record. And thank you for answering that question, because we had this debate all the time about whose record that was.
That's Wale record. I mean that's a Waka record.
All right, man. So our next record we want to get into, Put On, featuring Jeezy and Kanye. Now, again, another super, super like out of this world record. Not sure if you knew that record was going to be the hit that it became. What was it like putting together that track? And again, this is one of the first time you even worked with Jeezy, so I'm pretty sure there was already chemistry there as far as after you made that.
I put on, all I remember is just being pissed the fuck off. And I think like some cats who, you know, as a producer, like sometimes your money come in spurts. Yeah. So it might be, you know what I mean, the situation, cat hit you, we got like 150, the number go down to maybe 100. All right, we locked in, we on the way, we coming with it, this the date, You know what I'm saying? And then like the day before, you know, you got 100 coming, you lining things up, you know what I mean?
Been there.
The day before.
Yep.
Man, you ain't gonna believe what happened, man.
Been there.
We was on the way, man. Yeah. We got stopped, man. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, man, it's done. It's over with. Case closed. Like that's, you know what I mean? So I'm in the studio, like it was thundering and lightning and crazy, and I was like, man, I hope the power don't go out. So I can remember when I was making the beat, I kept hitting save.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the MPC 4000. So if the power hit, the electricity, like we plugged into the wall. This ain't no laptop.
Yeah,
you know
shit
what
over.
I'm saying? Like, so it was a wrap. So I kept hitting save. But I remember watching, it's crazy when you said that, you watching Michael Jordan. Yeah. So I used to watch the intro to the Michael Jordan game. That's like my favorite part of any and everything. Michael Jordan, my favorite player. But I used to pay attention to the intros of the game. You know what I mean? The lights black and everything. And just be like, who introducing? And you think about that just growing up as a kid, and I'm like, bro, I gotta like flip this shit some kind of way. So I got them. If you listen to Put On, it's kind of like a whole nother.
I put on.
You know what I'm saying?
And now the starting lineup. I feel you. Now you hear that.
Exactly. I sent that beat. It's crazy because when I sent these beats to Jeezy, I sent him 5 beats, and out of them 5 beats became I Put On and Hustler's Ambition. And what's the third song? I did 3 songs on Recession. Amazing.
Oh, you did amazing too. I didn't know you did amazing. Once again, you can't put a finger on what this man do as far as sound wise. No, I had no clue you did amazing. That's crazy.
So out of them 5 beats, yeah, them 3 made the album. And he was already like, the album done, man, but just send me a pack.
And then you brought the album ain't all the way done yet. I got 3 more records for you. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. All right, so next record, one of my mixtape favorites, Boo, 2 Chainz and Yo Gotti, man. How did that come about?
Man, 2 Chainz used to always come to my crib and sleep on the couch to sober up. He'll be wasted. Like, and he's in the white Porsche, you know what I'm saying? And I had did We Working on Player Circle album. And you know what I'm saying? He would just always like, hey, Drum, you at the crib, man. I'm going to pull up, man. I don't think I'm going to make it to the south side like this guy. I'm going to pull up. So he would always pull up at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody knew I had the studio in the on the upstairs level. So, you know, once he was sober up, he would go upstairs and just record records. And I was like, man, have your engineer come through, whatever you want to do. So for a while, like 2-3 weeks, he was just recording records, working on records for True Religion.
Yeah, that was a mixtape time.
Yeah. So he finally one night was like, man, give me some beats, man. I need some of your shit. Gave him like 3 beats. Again, like I don't overload cats with beats. Like I might give you 1 or 2 beats or 3-4 beats just to see what you gonna do with what I give you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I gave him like 3-4 beats, and I remember hearing some shit downstairs like, I just call up boo. I don't know a whole name. Keep it on the low, man. All I eat is
Get it? That's Kayla's joint.
I said,
that's her joint.
What you think about the motherfucking college nights eating
buddy,
buddy. Like we live out this shit.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. When I first heard that record, I wasn't even living that life at that moment, but it resonates. You know what I mean? Because if you ever did, you know, like I don't even know her name. I remember talking to this girl for a whole year. I promise you, I didn't know her name. To this moment, I don't know her name. Couldn't tell you her name for nothing. Yeah. She was a lot of things. She was a boo. She was a lot of Maz. She was a lot of that. But I couldn't, never. And it was one of those situations where I was waiting for somebody else to get around them. Also, like Jerry Seinfeld, like I'm gonna get around you, one of your friends.
This was in college or high school?
Oh no, this is after college. This is after college. This is the era where I should have knew a lot better. I should have knew a lot better. Yeah. I'm around her friends, like I'm waiting for you to say this girl name. I don't know your girl. I don't know your homegirl name, dog.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so she was boo. I feel you. That's a real struggle.
Yeah, that song right there. Like I told him, I was like, bro, you got to put Yo Gotti on this record. I remember saying like, man, you got to put Yo Gotti because, 2 Chainz would always vent, and this was really like Titty Boy just vent like, man, I got the deal, I got this, man, I still ain't. I was like, man, just keep rapping, bro. Just
for real.
Keep rapping, bro. Just drop another tape. And when he jumped into this 2 Chainz, like it was almost like an alter ego. Like it's like he found this niche. It was like it was a new confidence. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to how he rapping on that song, like I'm round, I'm getting like he's
another record,
like,
Spend It. We gonna get into that too. Another record, yeah.
But we did that. That was one of the beats out of the folk.
Oh, Spend It was another one of them. Okay, so we already moved into this.
You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I was like, on Boo, I was like, bro, you got to put Yo Gotti on this record. Like we one of the only tri-state regions in the South. Yeah. When you get your spins in Memphis, you automatically touching Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi. True. We call it the ATM.
The ATM.
You feel me? Like you can't. Yeah. You got to run. You got to come through the ATM, bro. Yeah. Everybody come through Memphis.
And at that time, Gotti was really jumping. You know what I mean? Especially where he's jumping now. But you know what I'm saying? Like between the Gucci era when they had the bricks and all this, like he was already, like I say, when he was in Charlotte, I see him and Boosie about 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already on that level.
Before I did standing ovation for Jeezy, when I met Jeezy was like, hey, boy, that shit you and Yo Gotti on? Because Yo Gotti was one of the only niggas that really talked that trap talk. That's why I tell people the first trap rapper I know was Gotti.
Yo, Full-Time Grind mixtape, baby.
You know what I mean?
Go to that Full-Time Grind mixtape, man, and hear what my man's saying. So those are some of the amazing records that you produce. I appreciate them stories. Those are some real stories.
Already.
I also know that you in the sneaker culture too, man.
Absolutely, a sneaker freak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You come through the crib, it's sneakers everywhere. That ain't even the LA spot. That ain't even the Memphis. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to, put together something like it's crazy that I actually have established a relationship with SneakerCon and doing so many partnerships with them, as well as starting a store, House of Fresh. One of my first jobs was selling shoes at Just for Feet.
Really?
So having shoes, having the plugs, the baby joints, the women, the guys, just seeing people face when you touch them and they walk around in them new shoes, it's like it's
new
just,
confidence.
Yeah, it's just almost like cooking for somebody, and you know it's good, and you see their face when they eat it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you cooking some music for somebody, and then you delivering it to them, and then they make a couple million off of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's just delivering in different ways and forms and fashions.
What's your favorite kicks?
My favorite kicks, Man, I have to say right now, pound for pound, the Vapor Max. Just as far as comfort, fly, you know what I mean, and dependable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just right now, pound for pound, ain't nothing touching the Vapor Max.
All right, man. So my man's a sneakerhead. We already know he into the music. Let's get to the weed. You know what I mean? Because when we first walked on here, clearly we were smoking a joint. You know what I'm saying? We had a blunt going already. Yeah. When was the first time you smoked?
On the way to Tunica, Mississippi with my brother.
Lord, Tunica, Mississippi.
And it's a 45-minute drive, and that nigga didn't roll down not a damn window. I'm talking about Hotbox, you know? So that shit, I'm talking about had me high as a motherfucker. That shit.
You need that in Tunica, man. I done been to Tunica so many times. Like, my last time in Tunica, I think I got bed bugs, literally. Like, I was so sick of Tunica. Yeah, because I don't know, little hotel they had. I was in at that moment because I was down there for a couple of days, and I didn't want to stay at the casino initially.
Bro, you know what? I'm literally looking at bugs hit the window like the bug game. You know what I'm saying? You so high, you just watching bugs. Like, them motherfuckers splashing.
And you know the crazy, what up, money? I'm about to tell a story. Yo, so the crazy part, when we was driving through Tunica is like one long, like field, to be completely honest with you.
It's like going through nowhere.
Yeah, until you get to a casino.
Until you get to somewhere.
Until you see a gas station and a casino, next thing you know is a place. Yeah. Other than that, you in the boonies, boy. So yeah, that was crazy, man. Yeah. So how do you use cannabis? Like, have you ever thought about how you use it and why you use it? Like, is it a creative thing or is it something that helps with stress?
For me, growing up, like I'm very hyper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Naturally, and as a kid, like teachers was slick trying to sneak me Ritalin and shit.
It's like we live the same life. They try to do that to me.
So I go home and tell moms like, "Hey, Mom,
nah.
they trying to give me some kind of medicine.
They trying to drug a kid in school.
What the hell? What you mean? They trying to da-da-da. I was like, shit, I don't know. Some word. You know what I mean? She came into school. All I remember is like I got transferred within a week. You know what I'm saying? Go to another school. Teachers on the same thing. Like, I do my work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm making, A's, B's, and it was just the attention span. Like, you know what I'm saying? Either I'm asleep, or the teacher mad you sleep. How you gonna be mad I'm asleep? Goddamn, I done did my work. I done turned in my test. You wanna wake me up now? I'm gonna be a class clown. I'm goddamn get the checking niggas, roasting niggas.
Yeah. I'm gonna put on the show now.
Yeah, so it's like, man, once I got introduced to cannabis through bruh, it was like he introduced me to weed in studio. So you walk into a studio, you feel like a spaceship. Like, it's green lights, red lights, all these different lights, you know what I mean? You smoke a blunt and then just dive into a whole nother world of like keyboards and beat machines and all this type of shit. So it was just like something that I fell in love with in a sense.
Word, man.
Like a killer combo.
That's what's up, man. So what's your favorite strain to smoke? Or do you got one?
I'm on the hybrids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The indicas are cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sativas are cool. I smoke all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as it tastes good, it feels good. I don't really like cookie though.
Really?
Yeah, like cookies is like a weird kind of high, you know what I'm saying? You get the feeling like that 3% white boy have you like, bro, the fuck is this shit, bro?
Yo, Drummer got us on one today, man. I tell people know me, like I can do cookies, man, but I'm an OG dude, man. Like give me classic, like Tukey Carter agree with me. Give me a classic OG. I don't even need extra names. Just give me a classic OG, and I'm good. I'm good for the day.
Yeah,
man.
That's me. Yeah, that's me right there for sure.
What you want to be remembered for at the end of the day when you're done with production, you just done with music, you in your crib, kicking it with the sneakers and the lady? Like, what you want to be remembered for the most?
Man, that's a question. I feel like that's a setup. Like, I just want you to remember me for what you remember me for. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just here to bless. They be like, damn, he blessed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, everything he touched, damn, it turned into a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. For real. That's what you're here to do is to bring joy. So as long as people can see that I brought joy and happiness and I've fused so many situations, and you know who you know what I mean. They know who, you know what I mean. It's like it's so much peace that I feel like if it wasn't me, you know what I mean. So it's like my purpose here is to bring joy, and as long as people remember that, I'm Gucci.
What's next for you?
The label, Drum Squad Records.
Shout out to Spark Dog too, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The DJ Coalition, Drum Squad DJs, heavily growing. Definitely going into a store chain.
Okay.
House of Fresh. Excited about that. You know what I mean? And just expanding across the globe. And curriculum. Getting more into education. Developing some curriculums that I think would be beneficial for schools across the world, on site as well as online.
Word.
So
Much
I'm
needed.
excited about that.
Much needed. Speaking about education briefly, you know, I've been watching the conversation online. Shout out to my man Sonny Digital. I feel like he brought it up. Was the issues with producers getting paid, and what we have to do to ensure that these producers are getting paid and also getting the recognition that they deserve. What's your opinion on the state of rap music right now and the state of the music industry overall, where it feels like producers are being almost put into a second-class position when it comes to the actual songs and it comes to the actual music, it comes to the actual credit and all that?
I mean, nobody's reading credits. So you know that's that. You know, I was talking about tags like 15 years ago, 12 years ago, just the importance of a tag and how it's gonna help producers and blah blah blah. And the only way you're gonna be able to know who produced the record is by their tag. And I was saying it like years and years ago, and for the most part, the important thing is the business behind it, making sure that you have an entertainment lawyer, making sure that you have a producer agreement, making sure that you're taking the time to do split sheets, making sure that you're doing copyrights, making sure that you're taking the time to get your own ISRC coding, you know, making sure that you're releasing your music independently yourself. You know what I mean? And it's all about the knowledge and how you market, release, and put your music on platform, as well as going to New York, having a publicist. There's so many people, producers specifically, who are doing so much work, but they don't have a publicist. You know what I mean? And the publicist is the reason why I've been able to be seen, to be heard, you know, year in and year out, and to make sure I'm on the right publications and the media outlets that make sure Drummer Boy is driven into your ear. You know what I mean? It's branding, you know what I mean? And if you're not a part of media is what controls the world. So if you're not a part of what controls the world, you're not gonna be remembered like that. You know what I mean? Sad to say. So it's about hiring a publicist. Out of that $10,000 or that $15,000 that you getting out them beats or that publishing check, take $2,500, man. Let me pay a publicist.
Man, yo, you know, you came by tonight and dropped some serious jewels, especially on the music tip. I hope people who are on the music side who are listening to this episode pay attention to what he's saying. Get your business side together. Get your for one, loyalty is real. You know what I'm saying? How the fact that the No Hands record stayed in the hands of Brick Squad is simply because you stay loyal. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Like, I watch a lot of artists and a lot of producers, a lot of DJs. People just don't have an issue staying loyal. You know what I mean? And that's another key thing you're gonna need to have.
Look at the consequences behind not staying loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially with on the street side, it's way different than messing up with your chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Street side, nigga, the consequences. You know what I mean? And sometimes the consequences is crazy on that side too.
Yeah.
I mean, motherfuckers is strapped up. God damn it, and you know what I mean? So it's how you handle your shit. You know what I'm saying? And like on the street side or on a business level, like it's simple. You know what I mean? Like. This is what birthed the situation. You know what I mean? And this is where the situation gonna remain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my boy, I appreciate you, man. Let people know how they can follow you, how they can catch up with you online.
Check me out on Instagram at DrummaBoyFresh, Twitter, Facebook, all that at DrummaBoyFresh. Check out the website, DrummaBoy.com. The most recent video on the way, Go This Way, by Wicked Films.
That's what's up, man. So I appreciate you coming through again. You dropped a lot of jewels on folks, man. And I would like to see if you could drop one more jewel before you do split out of here. If you can give any advice to an upcoming producer or somebody who's trying to come up in music right now, what would it be?
tap into who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And kind of release your emotions through your music. You know what I mean? It's a lot of cats who kind of make drastic decisions with their emotions in other areas, but had you kind of fuse that energy into your music, you might have been blessed in a whole different way. So, you know, for me, that's how I would save. Music saved my life. You know what I mean? Put it in your music.
Word. Drummer, I appreciate you, man.
Already.
Hey, and that's CashColorCannabis, a high level of conversation on LiveHipHopDaily.tv. We out. Listen to this track, bitch.